It's journey time once again with Final Fantasy Rules, where I play video games not just for the gameplay experience, but for the theme, story, and lore. How's it going, guys? This is my fourth live stream of Shadow of the Tomb Raider, where I continue on towards the Silver Eye of the Serpent, so we can get the silver box and settle once and for all the Apocalypse. I know that this game is very long, so I don't expect it to be ending so soon. So this journey is going to be amazing. It's going to be a blessing, and so I'm thankful that this is turning out the way it is. So let's continue. Continue once again. Silently waiting as the music picks up. This music is woo fantastic, fantastic, siffle. There's a good term for it. Just fantastic. Alright, here I am, continuing once again. Let's see here. Alright. So I still have her wearing that. But eventually I will change it. Right now I find this is more beneficial for her stealth and agility, maneuverability. Alright. So this is where we're at. Let's go. Whoa. Oh, that sound. See, if I had a... Yeah, you gotta be more careful. If I had a surround sound system, I would be blazing on this all day. Just pop it up and hear it surround, be immersed in the action, everything. Whoa! Shoot.
Can't stay here.
No, no, no. Ah! I missed that one. So turn and make that turn and then grab it.
Can't stay here.
I would love to learn how they make these sounds. Are you serious? Let me see. Let's do that again. I know I made that slight turn. Let me... Okay.
Can't stay here.
Alright, hold on. Ooh.
It's giving way.
Whoa.
That was close.
And the sound effects was just so intense. Wow. My condolences and my credit goes to the sound effects and audio people. That was amazing. Thank you for making a very strong and intense immersive experience. pressurize up a little bit. Ah, is that gold? Looks like it. I believe it is. Yep. Got me some gold.
All right.
Wait, hold on. Okay, so we know there's that area right there. More underwater items. I'm sure there's more gold. Alright, there we go. Oh, instead of that green stone substance. I don't remember the name of it. Hidden City.
Jonah, I may have found it. The hidden city.
The serpent with the silver eye.
For the serpent with a silver eye.
I'm so full of resources. Ah. At some point I'm going to need to hide. Take a look around. Oh, look at this place. Before I go over there, let me take a look around these ear parts. Hello there, Mr. Llama. Ah, rope ascender, eh?
All full up. Can't.
Okay, so it looks like another area.
Carry anymore.
Time to explore. Alright. Got something. Whoops. Pushed the wrong button. Sorry about that. I accidentally pushed the X instead of the triangle. That's what happens. You come back after a while. You haven't played a game in about like almost a week. You might already forget or accidentally gotcha. Gotcha. Booyah. So we got a rare hide. For crafting and create them. Explore the ones on the levels to track down unique predators and prey. Cause yeah, he uses black fur. These are all orange.
All full up. Can't carry any more.
Oh, okay. Trial cache. Ah, there's a crypt nearby. Thought I could burn it. There's their food. Ah, something on the ground there. Alright, more gold. I refuse to be anxious. I refuse to be worried. Everything's okay. Hey, hey. Oh. So right now, I'm not going to go there just yet. That would have been great if that was a secret passage.
Hello? I don't have enough space for that.
Hold on, kid.
Hello?
Alright, kid. So what's your story here?
Hello?
Oh.
I can help you.
It's been trapped.
You don't belong here.
Listen, I know it hurts.
Oh.
Trinity.
What? What? So you have a symbol of the Trinity, huh?
Thank you.
Whoa.
Who are you? What's your purpose here?
I'm a researcher. Lara Croft.
They'll be back. We must find safety. Bring her.
Ah, the way to bring her, put a bag over her head. How, generous
You're
and
not only my son, you're my
kind
heir.
you are.
You must not court unnecessary danger. Had you not been there, would this woman have found us? I'm glad you're safe. If you're not with the cult, how did you find this place?
I followed a map from a temple. I was expecting ruins, not you or any of this. The cult. Why did they attack your son? I recognize their insignia. I know them as Trinity. I'm trying to stop them.
Stop them from doing what?
They're looking for an artifact. Some sort of box connected to a moon goddess.
Why do you want it? To steal it? Sell it?
No. I just can't let Trinity, the cult, get to it first. They're too dangerous.
Why? What have they done to you?
They killed my father. Can I show you something? Do you know what this is?
This is Paititi. You're already here.
Paititi, the hidden city. But what's this eye?
That is a place of death and sacrifice. And you think your artifact is there?
Yes.
None who has gone has ever returned.
I'd be willing to try.
You would risk it simply to stop the cult?
Yes.
Bring him in.
Jonah.
Are you okay?
Do you know this man?
He's my best friend. Abby.
She's fine.
Who else is looking for you?
There's no one else.
I believe we're seeking the same thing. We will bring you to the serpent with the silver eye, but we'll keep your friend here. You won't get very far if you're lying, and he will not be comfortable.
You don't need to do that.
It's fine. I'll stay.
Etzli, get this woman some clothes. Uchu, keep him company.
I'll be back as soon as I can.
All right. Pretty nice place.
Quiet.
This is incredible.
Looking stylish, Lara. Wow, look at this. This is beautiful. The hidden city.
I don't know your name.
I apologize. As the rebel leader, I have to be careful. I am the rightful queen, Unuratu. Etzli, you still owe me a scouting report.
Yes, Mom. There was one thing, this morning.
Yes?
I saw Hakan debating with his neighbor. He seemed angry. As I came near, they suddenly stopped talking. Then they started laughing as if one had told a joke.
He's planning something. Good work.
Thank you, Mother.
Hi.
As you can see, secrets don't stay secret for very long in Paititi. If you were to deviate from the plan,
You'd find out quickly. I see that.
she's here to help me find something I lost. You don't have to worry about that.
Was Father a scout when he was my age?
He was a hunter.
Was he ferocious?
The new methods of agriculture introduced by the cult of Kukulkan have only succeeded in destroying more crops. First, the bee colonies collapsed. Then the cocoa crop failed. The earth is too damaged for anything but corn to grow, and the stalks are flimsy. We must take action, or Paititi will suffer a tremendous famine.
Could be. But he was also very kind.
You know, a lot of what happens with the centuries of family lines and of cultures is that most either are disrupted by a change that at first sounded pleasant and looked pleasing and helpful, but at the same time introduces something that could jeopardize what has been working so well in that place, in that country or that nation. You know, this isn't just about industrial versus agriculture. This is more of what is the traditions and the cultural liaisons of the time. Yeah, how it worked and what was the results? What did it produce in the lives of people and in that place? And then seeing, you know, what changes were introduced over time that led up to its current state. You know, just seeing like Laura coming up from a city, a place of many buildings, industrialization, and every advanced technologies to a place like this. You just see how calm and how interactive, engaging, and family-like this place is. And you look at a lot of the way things are nowadays, it's many nations, many places, especially the U.S., can barely have this kind of
I will be in the market across the river when you're ready to find the box of fish.
What I
unless
saw.
Unless you're on social
It has to.
media,
You
that
love
kind of
Taki.
interaction.
You lost your dice, fine. But don't lie about it.
But I have nothing against social media or advancements of technologies. I do adore technology myself. It's just based on how it's used and how others benefit from it and what it does. Like what does it do for them, for their lives? And so it's just how things are used, how things are applied is what determines how well things are handled for others. So I thought I'd put that out there.
The cult is increasing its guard.
Why?
Because of the storms.
What can a guard do for a storm?
I'll explain later.
In honor of my title and my name, Final Fantasy Rules, I explore.
Etzli.
So I'm going to be exploring this whole place.
Outside?
Yes.
Oh yes, I have.
But ours is the best.
We're not far now.
I like that kid's whimsy attitude there. It's really funny. It's like, hey, but ours the best. I would say yes if you want to get to the agricultural side of things. Very cultural, traditional, but also very helpful. Now, what's going on here?
Hakan!
What is this?
Cultist, waiting for their deity to appear. When the catastrophes come, the god Kukulkan must be sacrificed to power the sun. Otherwise, the world dies.
Sacrifice a god?
The sacrifice is my duty. But this cult leader will take my place and attempt to become the god. He believes we can remake the world and live in a paradise of his design.
Remake the world?
What?
I've heard those words before.
Yep, from Trinity.
There he is!
Wait a minute.
That's Dr.
I see.
Mingus.
Yep, I see that beard.
Behold! The instrument of our unity and salvation! Soon, our dreams of peace and safety will be realized!
They already call him Kukulkan. But his real name is Amaru. He was born here, but raised, lied to, by outsiders.
What?
The people believe in him.
But you don't.
My late husband, Saidi, was his brother. They had differences over the future of Paititi. When Saidi died, Amaru devoted himself to the cult.
You have seen the storm. You are worried about worse to come. I assure you that Paititi will persevere and thrive forever!
I know him well. If Amaru is successful, all of us who disagree will never see this paradise. The rebels will be discarded.
Not if they don't find the box.
Yes. Our best hope is to find it first. Perhaps Amaru might still be brought to see love and reason.
Death to the outsiders! Retribution will come!
Hakan! Enough!
We must strike while the snake is within reach.
Justice will be met in good time. Do not jeopardize our rebellion for the sake of impulse. Etzli, go scout ahead. We'll meet you at the edge of the mountain. Last warning.
Calm yourself. Calm yourself. Not true. Do not risk.
Follow Esley.
Yeah,
Your
you
clothing
gotta be
won't hide you long
careful.
from these guards.
Okay, I'll find the box.
You've been warned to keep the peace.
I was just out for a pleasant stroll with my son.
Amar is losing his patience.
It won't happen again.
Jonah, can you answer? Dr. Dominguez is originally from Paititi. Trinity has had a presence in Paititi since the 1600s. The former leader of the High Council, Gualtiero de Luca Dominguez, an Italian cardinal, saw great potential in a little boy and trained him, like a son, to be his replacement. He moved up in the ranks until he became the leader of the High Council. He has lived most of his life outside of Paititi, returning often but not staying long. His real name is Amaru, but as the high priest of the cult in Paititi, many people call him by his honorary title, Kukulkan. He has brought the key of Shakshel home from Cozumel and has assured his people he will use it to protect them. Amaru wants the silver box of Ishel to protect Paititi from the encroaching dangers of the outside world, but already he is being tempted by the possibility of remaking the world in his own image.
Remaking the world in his own image. I got a lot to say about that. You know,
Me and Ucha set up camp. Everything's okay.
Dominguez is here. He's the leader of the cult of Kukulkan. That's what Unuratu's rebels are fighting.
What?
He's been here for years. Trinity controls Paititi.
Whoa.
I'm going to the Eye of the Serpent. We have to get the box before the next cataclysm hits.
this is an opportunity for me to share my thoughts about a few other things, but before I do, I know there was a mission here. I'm going to be exploring the city before I go here. So, I don't think there's something else. Oh yeah, that's the high diving, so I already did that. So I'm going to be exploring all this stuff. Okay, so I may not be able to go there just, not be able to go there just yet. So, while I wander about, the perfect opportunity for me to chat. So, when it comes to any form of government or leadership, any government or leadership or culture, and it's going to have a leader, someone to lead them the direction that the leader chooses for them to follow.
My wife is very ill, as are many others. A sickness brought by the outsiders. Someone should do something.
Outsiders. And like already you hear, that was perfect timing. Like you already hear the mentality of the people in this place. And they speak of people who have no not of this culture, not of this family line, as though they're the reason for all the terrible things that are coming to them. And oh, there goes the llama. Oh, let me see this. There you go. Ah, that's cute. So you have people like that whether Amari already had, well, I'm sure he had that mentality, because it said that both him and his brother, that lady's husband, had their differences in how they saw the world and saw everything. So that means Amari, I'm sure, saw it in a very negative light, taking advantages of people's desire to turn against outsiders. Well, us, if you would say. People that don't understand the culture and traditions of this place. And let's see what this person
The legend
says.
is that the Ring of Seven stand guard over riches. But I've looked all over the place and I still haven't been able to find them. It doesn't make any sense. Why go to the trouble of making up a riddle and then not having it pay off?
Rings of the riches. But take advantage of that and then use that for his own leadership solution. That's the best way to put that, is his own goal, his own mission, for the mission of Trinity. Now let's see what this says.
As it was foretold, heralded by the column of flame burning through the night, and the destruction of our temples, and the warnings of the weeping woman and the two-headed man, the strange warriors astride great deer arrived with the rising sun. They murdered the weak leaders and claimed the land and the people as their own.
Almost sounds familiar to what's happening right here. Not to say that he murdered his older leaders or anything. He's just, you look at the way he's acting. Like his desire is to work with, function along, leading of Trinity to remake the world, because they see everything and what everyone is doing. The truth is, they're seeing what everyone is doing as not functioning to the way they want to live. In other words, it's more like saying our way is how you should live, and if you don't, then we shall condemn you. We shall cast you off. We shall go against you. We're gonna remake this world, make sure that sin is cleansed. Make sure that evil is removed. So it's a way for them to try to deal with evil in the world. Now, any form of government, any form of leadership, while by their heart they really want to do something to deal with
Impossible. I can't
major
carry anymore.
problems in this world that other people are going through, I understand that. At the same time, it's not gonna, how you do it says a lot about you and about your leadership and how you see everyone else and everything in this world.
It can't be an illusion. It has to be those children.
Is something wrong?
Huh? Oh, yes. Something is terribly wrong. Every morning, I wake up and everything in my house has been moved.
You said something about an alooch.
Oh, no, you too? Aloosh aren't real. It's the children. They enjoy tormenting me.
You could block the entry, then they couldn't get in.
I tried that. They still found a way in. Maybe I should just move.
All full up. Can't carry anymore.
And more secrets. Look at that. It looks like somebody's body. Treasure chest there. Survival cache. Like, there's a desire to help out people on dealing with any like major problems in this world, but at the same time, the way you do it is always put the question. It depends on what is the direction. What's the heart at what you're doing? That's always the concern. I can't rise up? Oh, man. I thought that was a top thing.
Impossible. I can't carry anymore.
It's alright. Got it.
The people of the Andes have been perfecting the art of weaving for thousands of years. This chuspas is a wonderful example. Woven of llama or alpaca hair and traditionally used to carry cocoa leaves, it clearly highlights the weaver's skill. Beautiful.
That is marvelous.
All
the effort
can't carry anymore.
It takes to make these potteries and woven materials. You see them in museums. Just imagine the effort at times it takes. I've never done knitting, but I had seen someone do some knitting recently while I was attending college, just to visit a friend, and I saw someone across from me doing some knitting.
I don't think anything could have prepared me for this place. The people, their history, everything they've lived, and who they are today. To hear him tell it, Amaru, Dominguez, Kukulkan only wants to keep Paititi safe. But I've seen the lengths he'll go to, the murder and cruelty.
Yep.
I have to stop him.
I gotta wear that, but I'll come back to work that later. Okay. Let's see, what skills can I add to this? So I got one skill point. Oh, never slip when grabbing ledges. What's this one? There we go, there we go. I gotta get that, dang it. Locate the heart of a large animal used in survival, say heart shots. Howler's speed. I can do this well, so I don't have a problem with that. Specific for traps and grappling enemies. I haven't been hunting as much, so I'll probably come back to that. Well, actually, I'll willingly do some hunting later. But you know what? This will be better. Combat purposes. Carefulness. Oh, hello there. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the live stream. Okay, let's see where I'm at. So I found the base camp. This is survival cache. Yeah, I'm already full. Gotcha. Found you.
This elaborate pipe is sculpted to resemble Xicoatl, an Aztec serpent spirit painted in green, blue, and yellow. Its sides are decorated with semi-precious stones. The inclusion of jade indicates at least a measure of Maya influence.
So examine. Okay, let me make sure I'm holding that right. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
The bowl still reeks of burnt roots and smoke. Not an entirely unpleasant aroma.
Well, why not? You're smoking that. Reinforced knife. Gotcha. Alright, there we go.
I don't recognize you. What are you doing here? Where did you get that tunic?
It was given to me by Unuratu.
Oh, you are the Queen's guest? I meant no offense. Please, you must forgive me.
Sure.
It's all right. Don't worry.
How may I help you?
Let's see what you got. Ooh, 6,000. Excellent. Okay. Knife, sharp blade unlock your release. Upgrade base blades cut through braided ropes. Ooh. Okay. So we got more medicine. That's black wolf hide. Eagle feathers. Olive. I'm gonna get this.
Here you go.
Good. Now I
I'll wait to return.
Braided rope. Hello
You're
there.
here during a busy time, friend. The tanners, the butchers, the weavers, the dyers, even the teachers. All the districts are preparing. The market will be busy. Great things are on the horizon for the city and its people. We all must do what we can to help Kukulkan usher in a new world.
Usher in a new world. How certain are you that that new world is actually going to be as beneficial as you think?
Will you trade? Please. I have barely made enough to offer in tribute.
Tribute to who?
The cult of Kukulkan, of course. They demand half of all profits earned on market day. But if they think I tried to short them...
I understand.
Thank you, Ishiki. Will you trade then?
So I only got 3,000. So I'll need to get more hunters. Means sturdy hide. Increases carry. Oh, so that's a cleaver. And this is guy. Yeah. So silently kill enemies.
The gods favor us both. I'm always ready to trade.
I already talked to you. Already got you. Some merchant there. I got some items here. I'm about to do this extra mission. Let me get some items here. Collecting everything as I go. Try to get all necessary resources, materials I need to keep my equipment, keep it up to date and stable, and got a translation.
The pilgrimage came to a fork of 2 rivers and decided to settle. They erected 2 pyramids and began their new lives as protectors of the box.
Silver box.
Do you believe that major events in life can be traced back to a single moment? I do. Take what's happening now. Had Amaru and Saidi not fought that day during the famine, and had Saidi not insisted, despite Amaru's wishes, that it should be him who would go beyond the safety of the borders to hunt for the village, perhaps things would be different today. You see, Amaru felt responsible for his brother's death. I heard him the night they pulled Sairi's body from the wilderness. He was beside himself with grief. I think that was the moment. It broke Amaru. He took complete control of Paititi after that. He wanted to protect us all, because he couldn't protect Sairi.
You know, catching up with the story of Sal the Tomb Raider and Trinity pretty much explains exactly what's happening with some of these characters like Amari.
I caught a fish once at home, in the well. Papa says it's because there are tunnels filled with water under some houses. Funny, huh?
That is funny.
Can't figure out the dialect. I must be missing something.
Yep.
I don't understand. It's almost like a Creole.
Yeah, so Mari, come to find out, yep, it's man by the name of Dr. Dominguez, who encountered in the beginning, working for Trinity, only to find out that he is the same person that's running most of the place, Paititi, where I'm trying to get the silver box from this guy. He's trying to get it, and trying to make sure I get it there before him.
This is a traditional foot plow, still used in the Andes today, even outside Paititi. Sometimes the simple ways are still the best.
Oh yeah.
Are all these young people crazy these days? I've seen kids scramble like goats in the heights above the village. Scares me to death. I hope you've grown out of your wild stage, young woman.
Not quite yet, I'm afraid.
Of course you haven't. But you will. So will these children. They will tire of whatever they've found up there. Eventually.
Ah. Found a crypt. Okay. Can't do that just yet. And Trinity wants the power to remake the world. Huh. Yeah. But we're not gonna get it as long as Lara's around. Make sure of that. But it never ceases to amaze me that someone who takes leadership, having been through some experience that have them look at the world the way they do, and then they form a cult to become part of a group that seeks to rid the world of evil and sin or wrong, what, you know, the things that they see as evil.
All full up.
Trying to do that. Oh, good. I'll do that in a bit. Finding out more stuff. Nope. Okay, any more? Nope. Nope, just that. Okay. Another monolith discovered. This is almost like a 100% walkthrough. Because hey, why
These
not?
ceremonial ceramic jars are used to store corn beer or chicha. The bottom of these erpu are usually pointed to aid when pouring into smaller serving containers.
Nice.
I'm not sure. The dialect is familiar, but something's not right.
This one is another one. Increase in the mom. Or, either mom or mom. Dialect. Geronimo! Oh. It's right over there.
Oh my god. This is a penguin lawn ornament, painted and decorated and placed in a location of reverence. I shouldn't laugh, but it's so incongruous. The locals wouldn't be able to identify the animal it's intended to represent, and they certainly wouldn't be familiar with the material the statue is made from. There isn't any plastic in Paititi. I'd love to talk to whoever did this and learn why, what they think this penguin is.
Exactly. Because it's unnatural to the way this place is. The kind of materials and things that they have, and then for something like this, that to be made, oh, I'm curious. So who made it? Oh, come on. Are you serious? I'm gonna do that again. That's not right. It's supposed to be a swan dive, not just a jump. Woo. Okay. She had a good swim. Let me check over here. Is there any more items and things that are up here that I haven't seen yet? Oh, hey, okay. There we go, there we go.
All full up. Can't carry any more. The Inca use a combination of freeze-drying and salt to preserve just about anything edible. Charqui and chunos are basically meat and potatoes. Delicious.
Nice. So, hey, Celestial Shard, what's up, man? Excuse me, Blast Shard, sorry. Yeah, what's up, man? I didn't know you were on my live stream. So I posted on the Discord to let you know that I will need to troubleshoot that find out why. I'm sure I didn't set any chat off. It's mainly now it's a top chat, so as long as you're not posting anything, because you don't really, when you post, everything's fine. So unless if it was anything inappropriate you were trying to say, somehow it would detect that or determine that and review it, but I don't think it would block anything. It would just hold a message or chat for review. So I don't see how it would block any of your messages, because top chat has been on and your messages have went through. So I don't understand why the chat is not why your chatting is not showing. I'll have to see what's going on. So as of right now, I'm not too sure what's going on, but it's made public and it seems to be going okay like it usually does. So I'll need to check the help on YouTube and find out why chat's not going through. I said no. I cannot see what you're typing. I said that already. You heard what I said? I said no. I see you're viewing my content, my video, but I don't see a post. Oh, Day in the Life of the Inca, story complete. Probably because I discovered so many artifacts. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna go on my phone right now and see if I see. I'm gonna test the chat while I view it. There we go. I can see your chats now on my phone, but for some reason I could not see your chats on my PS4 screen. So I will see. So I just joined on my own video, so I can now chat with you. So you see, I'm the second person that just joined.
All full up. Can't carry anymore. This describes something nearby. A lone sentry stands guard over me and his harvest.
Look at me. I'm discovering so many things in this area. Okay. I'm gonna post on the Discord real quick.
Saton, Akikitanesh, Jumtsilesh, Injumilon, Jumtsilesh, Tesh Marisa Kesh, Akikitanesh, Saeston Nupaktalil, Oyantal Ishim, Yetel Papas, Kai Yetel Bak, Ujeshu Payalchi, Apalalesh, Yetel Siesh Ton Mulak, Habil Kustal Yetel Senutsil.
So respond to your previous messages. The part where you said there's nothing like a new world. What is your idea of a new world, I wonder? First of all, the man Amari, who is known from lore as Dr. Dominguez, for the longest time had saw that his brother died.
This should come in handy.
And what did you mean by that? In the exact center of the universe, what did you mean? I didn't understand for a second. Or were you just testing the chat?
Can't carry anymore.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mama says it upsets the waterfall's waka if I play in the cave. She just thinks it's too dangerous, even though there's all kinds of neat stuff in there.
Oh, okay. Because I thought you were telling a joke or something. You're just testing the chat.
Can't carry anymore.
Yep, so I can see your chat log. I can see it. I just have to do it. I had to do it through my phone. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the PS4 chat thing. I might have to see if there's a setting or something that has been accidentally set somewhere.
Born to famine, raised in rebellion, orphaned but never alone, he rises as the sun.
Yeah, I already went there. Yep, I'm being the explorer, discovering every little bit and piece of things out there. Okay. I've been exploring for a while and 2 hours have not been passed yet. Good. That means more exploration for me. Oh yeah, I was gonna do that dive. Even as a little kid, she would do this. You have yet to see my playthrough of when she was a kid. You have to check that out. That was the second live stream. In case you haven't checked that one out already. You're playing, playing Ratchet and Clank Current Future, A Crack in Time. I'd like to know how that game is. I've only played the very...
Trying to keep a low profile.
I would go, only I can't abandon my post here and time is running short. It would mean a lot to Queen Honorato.
29th of November, 1603. After dinner, Lopez left the city. I followed, worried he might not return. I found him standing by the riverbank, lips moving as though in prayer. Not wishing to disturb him, I waited. His communion with God must have lasted through the night, and I regret to admit I fell asleep, for the next thing I knew, Lopez stood smiling serenely over me, the morning sun behind him, creating a halo. He helped me to my feet and clasped me in a strong embrace. Truilos, I know where to find the artifact, he whispered in my ear. I don't think anything could have prepared me for Paititi.
it needs a bump in the accuracy. Alright, let's see this one. Which one? The one about where you talk about the center of the universe, or the one about where you just said you're currently playing Ratchet and Clank Future Crack in Time? Because I didn't think that was a joke. I think you just let me know that you were playing that game. I got so many materials. Like, I'm about to be non-stop in about several minutes. Look at that, look at that. Ha! Almost nearly fully upgraded. Hold on, let me upgrade this. That's why I've been going around upgrading, getting a lot of materials, because without it, I wouldn't be able to. Well, which one was the yes? Which one was it? You just said yes, but I was wondering which one was it that where the yes is about. Look at that, fully upgraded. Almost. And I got one skill point again. So that means I get to get this. Oh, good. This makes it easier to take them out. Okay. Oh, so the one about the part where the exactness of the center of the universe. Well, I didn't really get much of the joke when you when you talk about, you said the, until it was taking me time. I was like, wait, the center of the universe. What are you talking about? Are you talking about the Earth? Are you talking about the me just us trying to get on here? Because either way, I think the one about us trying to get on here and you saying that was more funny. But either way, man, it was a good job though. We're actually in the exact center. Actually, well, I didn't take much of the astrology, astronomy, and all the studies about the centers of the universe and the Milky Way and all those things. It's been a while, but if you were to ask me my comment about the center of the universe, right now it's an I don't know. Yeah, Ratchet and Clank, Future, Crack in Time. That's where you got that from. I haven't played Ratchet and Clank in years. I only played the first one. I just haven't played the other ones, the sequels, the other versions. Now I can get materials, good. Bingo! Excellent. Oh, I'm already full of that? Okay. So I'm full of all those items under there. Okay. There's a little bottle jug down here. Bingo. Can't do a barrel roll, sorry. It's not allowed, it doesn't fit. I can't get that plant. Ah. And another base camp. Excellent. More materials here. Whoops. Gotta be careful there. I want her to die on me in the middle of this village. You serious? Not gonna let that happen. No siree. So how have you been? How are you doing with your classes? What does fine mean? I'm curious. I hear people say I'm doing good, I'm doing fine. One person who said they were doing fine, they kept speaking negative of themselves and complaining a lot of times. So fine doesn't usually tell me if someone is doing absolutely well. So I'm curious. So tell me what happened. What do you mean?
During a fierce battle, a man of two bloods throws down his weapons and, speaking with passions, convinces the other warriors to do the same. They follow him from the battlefield into the city, where they behead several merchants whose initial bickering caused the war.
Whoa, did you hear that? A lot of lore. Since I play games for lore, let me talk about the lore of this game. So, and I'll get back to what you had just said, but I just want to say, a lot of what I have encountered in almost every artifact is the life and story of the people, the Inca, and the several tribes and some of the individuals that are there, that are on the island. So what I find fascinating about this game is it's all around theme of an explorer here. So I find it amazing how you get to discover a lot of the just from the words of Lara and her knowledge examinations knowledgeable examinations of these ancient peoples and what they believed, the gods that they worshipped and followed. It's just enough to show how much dedication and care she gives to understand the culture and the livelihood of the people here and all around the ancient worlds that she visits. So, since a child, she has a heart for exploring many tombs and many ancient places. Which is how I highly recommend you see the second live stream so you know what I'm talking about. Excuse me. And I did see your text chat about the you said that you were talking, your class talked about a senator that was being elected to the, and you said the SC. You don't mind explaining, like, you don't have to give like a full paragraph or anything, but like, if you want to give a slight explanation as to, or a summary of what was the main discussion around the senator. Maybe I can jump in the water from here. There we go. Look at that. Discovered so many things around here. Woo! And there's a couple more spots. Like here, this survival cache. This, and then there's a mission here. I'm gonna go ahead and find out what this mission is. It looked like it was involving a little boy. That's what I'm wondering what case it was, if it's that case. What's up, Mike?
All full up. Can't carry any more.
I can see him.
Are you okay?
No. Pisco the Dead took my dice, and no one believes me. But he took them.
A dead man took your dice. Are you sure you didn't lose them?
Ugh, you're as bad as the rest of them.
I'm sorry. You're right. I'll tell you what. I'll pay very close attention, and if I see Pisco the Dead, I'll ask for your dice back.
Really? You believe me?
It wouldn't be the first time the dead seemed to speak to me.
Knowing what she's been through, I could understand. There it is.
All full up. Can't carry anymore. All full up. Can't carry anymore.
All right. So the question is about, can this man, who is the, actually, so who found out, or how did they know that he did the things that he did? Because I've heard of the case, I've heard of only some things, but how did they find out, or who was it that told whom about what the accusation says that he did? And by saying that it was him that did this thing, you know, who was it that was the witness, the evidence, and so forth? And it says it was sexual harassment. So the question is, says we're not to go there guns blazing. Of course. But my back to what I was saying earlier, like my question was about the case you were talking about.
I don't have enough space for that.
I don't know who or what it was that revealed exactly what he had done all those years ago, because that was 35 years ago. So was this being talked about in class to sort of speak on the concern of how relevant, how important it was to address that offense that took place, like, and this was like what, 35 years ago. Imagine if that was recent. If he's been doing it continually, I could understand that they were concerned for the person's conduct. That's where this is coming from. Because his conduct is in question. Now, for something like that to occur 35 years ago, it becomes a question, well, should the concern be that he just did this 35 years ago? Or is the concern more of the fact that this was a certain kind of behavior that's not only tolerated by the Supreme Court, but that perhaps the way he behaves, his character, could be in question? Because maybe the way he's acting nowadays could be what could be more of the major concern than just the fact that he just did this 35 years ago. See, that's the question. Like, what's the big major concern here? Okay. So then, what would be the relevancy of the fact that if he did do, because this is harassment, that means the way he spoke to someone, I'm presuming a woman years ago, was wrong, but since this occurred 35 years ago, Is this the only thing that is putting into question his qualification to become a senator?
This depicts the story of Viracocha, the father of all creation. He formed the heavens, the earth, the sun and stars, the moon, time itself, and all living beings, including the other gods. At first, Viracocha was considered to be the supreme god of the Inca, but with time that honor passed to his son, Inti, the god of the sun. Still, Viracocha retained his link to the sea. His name literally means fat or foam of the sea.
Wow. So I'm going to turn to this lore for a brief moment, but I posted there, I said correct. Exactly. He said, she said, and because we weren't there, we don't know what actually happened. We just only have her words. But all I'm questioning is there more that's being addressed about Kavanaugh than just the fact that, than just this accusation? That's all, that's what I'm wondering. Because that's why, if this is being brought up in your class, because you said your class is political science, right? Is it specifically just political science, or is there a specific goal? In other words, you could have a political science class focusing more on government, or a political science class focusing on the Senate and the Congress, or one just focusing on just debating. So that's what I'm wondering. What political science class you're taking. And also, to get back so that way I don't lose track of the lore, so while you give an answer for that, you know, the thing about the lore here is, first let me talk to her.
Me and Netsley used to play together all the time, but I haven't seen him around a lot lately. I understand why, I think. He has important things to do, important for all of us here. But I miss him. No one could throw a stone farther across the river.
Listen. It's a childhood friend.
A heavy-breasted woman wearing serpents around her waist. This is Coatlicue, whose name literally means skirt of snakes.
Whoa.
She's also called Tetioinen, the mother of the gods. She gave birth to the moon and the stars, and had over 400 children, including the sun god, Huitzilopochtli, who was also god of war. In addition to being a mother, she's seen as the devourer of all that lives. It's said that she was herself sacrificed to bring about this current age of creation.
Wow. Okay. And I did see your text message. Yeah, you said the Supreme Court. Yeah, because that's where, you know, dealing with the Congress and dealing with the laws that they are in charge of instilling and supporting and backing. So I just learned a bit of Yucatec. Wonderful. I still need to get lockpicks.
Do kids storm authority where you come from, Ishiki?
I think it's part of growing up, pushing boundaries. Are they in danger?
No. The guards threatened, but when they were young, they threw rocks at guards too.
Isn't that funny? You're young, you just act before you think, but as you get older, you start to think before you act. But that's maturity, really.
Impossible. I can't carry anymore. All full up. Can't carry anymore.
Yeah. The Apostle Paul, he said that, hey, 1 Corinthians 13, he said, hey, I was once a child, I would act before I think, but now that I'm an adult, I think before I act. You can still act before you think when you're an adult. Just depends on your maturity level. You could already be doing things and not have to think anymore about it. You just become bold and you grow. You become wise. You're able to do it. You won't even have to think about it anymore. Ooh, another one. Yay! Discovering a lot of these bases. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about the lore in a bit. Let me just read.
Unuratu approached the throne through the crowd. She walked beside it, but did not sit. Why do we continue to believe this lie? She asked the crowd. Kukulkan controls this city, and I will no longer wear a smile and pretend it is any different. I will not be his puppet, trotted out to wave and smile. The guards cut her off quickly and ushered her away. Then they advanced, with weapons drawn to disperse the crowds.
But it's also that scripture, that statement I just mentioned. It's also like I used to act before I think. As a child, I would act first, then think. But as an adult, I think first and then act. It's something that goes on for a lifetime. And not many people do it. Not many people progress that way.
Can't carry anymore.
There are some people who grow up childish.
Have you come here to escape the bustle of the city? I swear, it gets louder and more crowded every day. The people are changing as well. They desire more and more, be it food or clothing or jewelry. Their eyes dart inside the homes of their neighbors, longing for the items they see. No one seems to be able to find contentment with what they have. It's too much. Sometimes I dream of sneaking away, just getting into one of these boats and paddling up the river. I would do that, but this place is all I've ever known. It would be a huge decision. I think I'll need to keep thinking about it. Thank you for listening. I feel as though a cloud has parted.
Aw, you are welcome, ma'am. No worries, you are welcome. So, the lore that I've learned gathering all the artifacts in the Shadow of the Tomb Raider in this game. Oh, you said video of the day. Oh, this video here? If that's the case, thank you very much. Because I'm engaging active discussion with people that come to my channel. So you are one that I've been engaging with. I've engaged with others as well. That's what makes my channel unique. I also share wisdom, I share understanding, insight. So there are things I want to say about this game that even can be relevant to the topics of the day. You know, and we know that even in the lore, even in the area we're in this game, there was no such thing as a Senate or Congress, or I mean Supreme Court.
Can't carry anymore.
But they got a leader. Earlier, if you hadn't got on and see it, the man by the name of Dr. Dominguez, who was in charge, or one of the leading factors of Trinity, which dialect is this?
Can't quite make the dialect out.
But they have a leader, and the leader of this And it places Paititi, and the leader is Amari, who happens to be the real name of Dominguez. He's been here long before I came here, just now. And he's the one that's leading these people.
I don't have enough space for that.
To
All full up. Can't carry anymore.
To his way of remaking the world. With the help of Trinity, of course.
I don't have enough space for
So
that.
you can imagine he wants to cleanse, quote unquote, cleanse this world by getting a hold of that silver box with since he has the key of Jacques Shell, which is the knife that was in the very beginning. I now have to get that silver box before he gets it. But you know, any leader,
all full up. Can't carry
and let me go ahead and talk to her real quick.
It is busy today. Kukulkan may have promised we'll thrive, but many make their own offerings.
The problem for any leader, any congressman, or anything is not just the desire to deal with major issues or problems. It just has to do with how they do it. You know, how they accomplish their goal. That's what's always in question.
Show me a sign.
Yeah, the issue is not that they're a leader and that they're just doing it. It's just how they do it. And it says a lot about them, their mission, their purpose, and what they're trying to accomplish.
The protectors failed, and are now doomed to recover what they lost. All full up. Can't carry anymore.
We ignore them at our peril. Listen. How may I serve you?
All full up. Can't carry anymore. This describes something nearby. Canals bring water to the arid parts of the village, and they washed me away.
So that's that area. Okay.
The cast out knows the minds of the gods. Show me a sign.
Ishiki, would you like to hear a story? One that my mother used to tell.
I would love to.
You've noticed the pools throughout the city, haven't you? Do you know why they exist?
No, why?
We once had a queen, a very vain woman. She ordered these wells dug so that as she walked through the city, she could always see her reflection. One day, she knelt beside one of the pools, and a fish surfaced. She became very angry. The ripples in the water ruined her reflection. This queen tried to capture the fish, but she slipped and fell in and disappeared.
Disappeared?
Many tunnels between the wells were discovered during the search, but she was never found. Some say the queen is still down there, trying to catch that fish.
Thank you. That was quite the story.
It was. I appreciate that. Quite the storyteller there.
Villager claims to have seen a strange creature in the streets. They followed it to a walled-in alley where it disappeared. Citizen describes similar experience in Upper City. Woke to discover something trying to climb in a second-story window. When she yelled, it dropped to the street and disappeared. We'll continue to monitor.
I wonder if it involves that tribal yet vicious-looking people in the forest earlier that I encountered that killed nearly half or most of the Trinity soldiers there. Ooh, man. Ah, so I found a tomb nearby.
Each Taka of the cult of Kukulkan vows to tie his coat to that of Yutu, descendant of the Maya. Lacking any family of his own, each Taka will live with the parents of Yutu until such time that they have built their own home and hearth. Yutu vows to tie her coat to that of each Taka. She will bear him many children, which they will raise according to the traditions of both their peoples.
Ooh, good. Looks like I already got... Oh, that's the only one that I have now. Good. Ah, that's the other side. So, okay.
We leave the city at first light, which is just as well, for a terrible disease has spread across it. Dead and dying line the paths and choke the streams. Many are saying it is punishment from the gods. Journal of Adelantado Perez.
Now, what's fascinating is if the people found out about Amari and whom the group he not only is a part of, but their real purpose is what they're trying to do. The question is, would they want to follow and listen to his words? You can have a harmony and closeness to a leader, but it can be onto the wrong thing. So this is blocked off. Alright, so let me see. At least now I know that this is here. So oh, high diving.
November 1603. I accompanied Andreas Lopez, a group of 12 soldiers and 2 molosses through the jungle. The directions the Jesuits provided to Trinity were excellent, so we discovered the hidden city with little difficulty. The natives of the city welcomed us warily, but we plied them with gifts, and they reluctantly allowed us to enter the city, unaware of our true intentions. Lopez has begun to search for the artifact while we distract the city's leaders. All full up. Can't carry any more. I don't have enough space for that.
Let's come back to this later. I actually was trying to, because all I was trying to do was, I'm gonna do the swan dive, and then because I got the other missions I wanted to get started. So I'll come back to that later. Well, now I know that's here. So I'm trying to... Ah, yeah, there's this area here. Canals bring water to the arid parts of the village, and they washed me away. Oh, sorry about that.
This
there
should
you
come in
are.
handy.
I need to try to get to that.
The cast out knows the minds of the gods. Show me a sign.
Let me see, lockpick. Yep, lockpick.
Paititi is said to be one of the oldest games in America, played by all walks of life. Players were known to gamble all of their worldly possessions over a single round, from blankets and precious stones to their homes and even their family's freedom. The god of art and games, Makwil Shokdal, is considered an active participant in the game, responsible with bestowing offerings upon the winner. So much on the line for a simple game. Some things never do change. Are you Pisco the Dead?
You can see me? At last, Pisco is seen. Are you also dead, Ishiki?
No. So you are Pisco the Dead?
I am Pisco, servant of the gods.
I'm Lara.
Lara. Nice name, Lara. You are not dead.
Neither are you.
Oh, but I am. As a child, I was to be sacrificed. I was brought to the mountain. The ritual was completed, but...
But you survived.
Only my body. I am dead to all my friends and family. I live by the offerings that are left for me.
I met a boy who says Pisco stole his dice.
Taki? He's the son of a very arrogant noble. He insisted we play a game. He lost. I don't have many things, but I won those dice fair and square. If you want, I'll play you for them. Do you want to play a game?
What's the game?
Talk to 5 people who have been cast out. Hear their wisdom and tell me why Taki lost, and I'll give you the dice.
I can do that. I don't have enough space for that.
It is busy today. Kukulkan may have promised we'll thrive, but many make their own offerings.
Unuratu and her rebels are the true sons and daughters of Paititi, if you're asking. I'm not the only one who thinks it either. Just the only one with the guts to say it, apparently. The cleansing is upon us, and it should be Unuratu's line that sacrifices Kukulkan to restore the sun, and not the other way around. But gods like that have a way of getting people dead, so it's no wonder they aren't voiced.
I can understand all of that. Ah, here we go, another one.
All full up. Can't carry anymore.
Ah, there they are. 1, 2. I only see 4 right now. Yeah, I've just been playing to unlock a lot of things in this place. But I'll be visiting the crypts and tombs later. And so after I do that, I'm going to go ahead and venture in for the next 30 to 40 minutes of this main mission. Alright. So let me go ahead and check out the green.
Our love was blessed by the great...
Hello.
Hello, Ishiki. It's rare to see outsiders in the city.
Pisco sent me to speak with you.
Ah, Pisco. I like him.
You've seen other outsiders?
Only one. He was handsome, gentle, and kind. We were in love. But our love is forbidden. Outlawed by the cult of Kukulkan.
That's awful. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't be so surprised.
Tied to the cliffs and left to die. On the 3rd day, I welcomed death. That's when he found me, the outsider. He freed me and treated my wounds.
Who was he?
I don't know his name. It's been many years, but I still hope to see him again. I often return to the cliffs, near the condor nests, and collect their feathers. They remind me of him.
That's a remarkable story. Thank you for trusting me with it.
Thank you for listening, Ishiki.
Got a calm door there.
He said I'm a...
Hello. Pisco sent me.
Ah, did he?
Did you say you were cast out for lying?
No, Ishiki. I was cast out for telling the truth. That was my mistake.
What happened?
Should I say I've never seen an outsider? If no one believes the truth, it never happened.
What outsiders?
They dress in black and have strange weapons. They hide gold. I told the cult about the gold and the outsiders. They cast me out for lying. Lying? The gold was for them. One day, the cult will be exposed for its hypocrisy.
So what do you do now?
I lost everything, Ishiki. My position, power, reputation. But it took me losing all that to finally see. I had no purpose, no calling.
And you found one?
Yes. I serve the future by protecting the past. Queen Unuratu's line are the rightful rulers of Paititi, not the cult of Kukulkan. Everything I see, everything I hear, everything I know now helps the rebellion.
A worthy cause.
I sent people to steal the gold shipments the outsiders deliver from time to time. They never changed the drop-off point.
Sounds like you're making a difference in a lot of people's lives. Thank you for sharing. It was nice talking with you.
You too, Ishiki.
All full up. Can't carry any more. I don't have enough space for that.
Alright, I'm still here. Excuse me, ma'am. Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
Itzamna is the son of the Maya creator god Hunabku. He was the god of education, responsible for inventing writing and books. This made him an essential figure in the development of Maya culture. He was also god of agriculture and created farming. He even presided over doctors, healing people with the help of his red-hot hand. Usually, Itzamna took on a reptilian aspect. He was also known as Kinichahau, a fire Makor, who is the patron of the number 4 and controlled drought and disease.
Oh, wow.
The Paititians made peace with each other and followed Yaskar Yahweh, recently acclaimed as emperor, to a site in the mountains to begin anew, certain they will not make the same mistakes as those before them. An Aztec-influenced mask, decorated with items native to the area around Paititi.
Very decorated with masks and everything. So, Quechua. Or Quechua, you know, pronounce it. Yay, more items discovered, okay. There's a relic there. A relic here. So there are lots of items. I won't get through. So I'll just continue with my mission of talking to those who've been declared outcasts.
I don't have enough space for that.
So the cult of Cuckoo Clan is working alongside with the Trinity. I'm sure they both have, different beliefs about God and about their purpose, their mission. Yet they have one purpose, one thought, and that is to remake the world. Let's what's his name? Amari believes in God according to the Bible that the Trinity believe. Though I can say what Trinity believes is an error. Complete error. That means they're misinformed. They've got the wrong perspective.
White copy.
Hello. Are you an outcast?
Yes, Ishiki. Hello.
I heard you talking about a white capybara.
Oh, not just one. There are many of them.
Pisco sent me to speak to all those who are cast out. You're a hunter.
I am now. I was once a farmer, but that wasn't the life for me. I felt trapped. Forced to live up to the duties and expectations brought down by my family. I finally refused and went my own way.
And a white capybara was responsible?
No, Ishiki. A herd of them. One night they assaulted my field, trampled everything, but I did nothing to stop them. I just watched. They gave me an idea. A herd of these capybara, all white. What if I could hunt them? What if I could finally get away from the fields?
So you did it?
Best decision I ever made. My father disowned me, gave the farm to my sister, but that's fine with me. I'm a hunter now. They call me Paimo the White.
Thank you for the entertaining story, Paimo.
Thank you, Ishiki.
Wow.
My wife is very ill, as are many others. A sickness brought by the outsiders. Someone should do something.
I'm really curious what kind of sickness they're talking about, really.
Hello, Ishiki. Beautiful animals, aren't they? Llamas, so gentle. Even the wild guanaco in the wilderness, they love to be petted. The gods approve.
Oh yes, they love to be petted. And there's one over. Just one over. It's in there. I don't remember seeing anybody. Unless that's at the. Okay. So I need to find it. Go back in there again.
Mash?
Yeah, throughout these hours, I've just been exploring this whole town, this whole, excuse me, this whole village. So many secrets, so many things to unlock. So little time. So much more to gain. Seriously, so much more to gain. There's just so much to learn about the villages and the cultures and the ancient tribes here. The things that they believed.
Biglae jan ek binchuk.
Bay, baletani jan ek inakil teich junkin.
So now I gotta find my all the way back. Oh.
I don't have enough space for that. All full up. Can't carry any more.
I just noticed this. Okay.
Maya and Inca stood shoulder to shoulder against their brothers on one side. Those who wished to retreat and start fresh, and those who wished to expand and conquer neighboring territories. Ill-suited to the local land, the Maya's agriculture techniques of slash and burn soon led to a food shortage. At the risk of starvation, they entered into treaties with local pre-Inca tribes, gaining new technologies and crops. The traders arrived, bringing new goods, and then the farmers, with new crops and techniques. Eventually, as more and more of the outsiders arrived in Paititi, they eventually took administrative control.
And then Mari was one who allowed them to... Excuse me, I almost sneezed there. What's in here now?
This staff has a jury-rigged flintlock mechanism similar to those from European firearms. The cultist priests must have used this during their ceremonies to awe the crowds.
So they see like the Nintendo, they said, they say, wow! But easily deceiving them. Just getting at their taste and everything. So now here I am. So... means we're on the other side. Okay. So I wonder... Well, I can always come back to that one. Well, it's already a couple minutes, so... I'm definitely gonna go ahead and just start the main mission. I'll have to come back to this side quest later. I think maybe because maybe somewhere beyond this area here. Because I looked around, I didn't see anybody. So unless I missed them. Unless they're over here somewhere. But I don't see them. Oh wait, I think I know where they're at. So it's not her. There you are.
Now
So
someone here.
Hello. Are you one of the outcasts?
Yes, Ishiki. I'm Chaska.
I'm Lara. Pisco sent me.
Pisco the dead? Sent you to me? Did you lose a game of Patoli?
No. A boy Taki lost his dice. I'm trying to win them back for him. Pisco wanted me to talk to all those who've been cast out before he gives them back to me.
I'm surprised he didn't try to play you for them.
He is.
Ah, well, all I can tell you is this. Like Pisco, I was cast out. I lost my job and my position. But not because of an accident. Because of something I did, and would do again.
What happened?
Do you have any children?
No.
Neither do I. I did not receive the blessing of Ishel. But for my mistress, I was the midwife for her 3 children. I loved them like they were my own, until I lost my position.
What did you do?
I'm a thief, Lara.
What did you steal?
A jade necklace.
Why?
The youngest, Kiara, she saw the necklace while visiting a friend. She took it. They were coming for her. They would have cast her out. She was an only child. I said I took it. My mistress took the necklace from me and threw it on the floor, breaking it. And cast me out instead.
I'm so sorry.
Wow.
Don't be sad for me. I would do it again. Kiara's learned her lesson, and she has a good life. As for me, I serve Ishel now through my weaving, the way my mother taught me. And my Kiara comes to visit me sometimes.
Thank you for sharing that, Chaska. Kiara was lucky to have you.
Be well, Ishiki.
And there were many problems here already in this village. You could see is I can see that I wouldn't be surprised about is how people are cast out, family members, and the little girl, little boy or girl, sure, maybe little girl, the child would have been cast out, not even given an opportunity to learn her lesson. It just lets you know, like, the seriousness of this culture in this game. And the way this game is portraying this culture is, like, very serious.
Come see what I have to trade.
Hello.
Hello. You're Lara, aren't you? Pisco sent you.
He did.
I'm Moreika. That was the second time I heard your name today, Lara. The cultists are talking about you. You're the one who started the cleansing. The one who found the key of Shakshe.
I am.
Oh, don't feel bad, child. The cleansing was long overdue. It must be decided. Do we continue or begin again?
That's not an easy decision.
Did you hear that, Rimac? Deciding the fate of the world is not easy. I like this one. You're right, Lara. It isn't. And if the cult of Kukulkan decides, they will enslave us all and call it protection. Won't they, Rimac?
And he knows.
He doesn't talk much. The cult is acting out of fear.
Fear of what?
Fear of the outside. Fear of change. But the same threats that are outside are in all of us. Fear is the enemy, not change. Change is the only constant. But look at me rambling on, Rimac. The lady must want to buy something to help in her search.
Oh, wow. Who knew she would carry that?
Good deal.
Hold on.
Enjoy it. Good deal. Enjoy it.
Yeah, I'll get that later.
Good deal. Come find me if you need anything else.
I'll get that laser sight later. Like I said, I'm always collecting everything around it. So through my collection, I'll be coming back for more upgrades. But the good news is I got a lockpick. That's what that means. But before I do that, alright, now let me try it again.
Pisco?
You've already spoken to them, haven't you?
I have.
But you still don't see it.
They all had hope.
You need to do better than that if you want to win the game, Lara. Hope is one thing, but all those who have been cast out have thrived in their new lives despite their circumstances.
Yep.
Even you, Pisco.
Well, I am the best Paititi player Paititi has ever known. Not bad for a dead man.
Not bad at all.
So again, what did you learn?
I learned that sacrifice can make your life better. That you shouldn't be constrained by the legacy of your family. You can find your own path. Love is stronger than death, and you need to believe in something greater than yourself. But ultimately, you can't control everything. It's what you make of your situation that defines you.
Well said, Lara. You sure you're not dead? Taki thinks he lost his dice because he was unlucky. But it's not the throw of the dice that wins the game. It's the skill of the player.
I see that now.
What did you think of Moreka, the outcast?
She was expecting me. She seemed to know quite a bit about me.
Ah, she knows a lot about everything, Ishiki. She has the most wondrous items in her shop. Artifacts known only to the gods.
I saw.
You were lucky you found her. She often travels outside of Paititi, gathering inventory.
She seemed the most optimistic.
Of course she is. We have a saying in Paititi. We all create destiny. We don't choose our circumstances, only our actions. A lesson my friend Taki needs to learn. Well
Thank
played.
you.
Thank you, Pisco.
I'm so
I'll bring
grateful
the dice
for
back
that
to
wisdom.
Taki.
Thank you so much for that wisdom. I've come to believe that a long time ago, and I never stopped believing in that. It's sad that not many people believe that. Because they let circumstances be their... They live dependent of circumstances rather than independent of them. There can be so much more.
How can these shapes be Incan when they look like airplanes? Oh, I see. They're insects of some sort. Archaeology is a very delicate field of study.
Yep.
You have to put yourself in the mindset of people and cultures who died centuries before you were even born. Humans interpret strange phenomena based on what they already know. If the Inca had seen planes, they might have assumed they were some sort of bird. Given that, these shapes may not be insects after all. Some of them look more like fish.
Archaeology. If any archaeologists come by and see my videos, I just have one point of thought to share, is that when it comes to digging, to finding a lot of ancient artifacts and, ancient artifacts, technologies, designs, materials, weapons, and so forth, you have not been there. So, you would have to consider the kind of material, where you found it, how it was formed, whom formed it, and why, and the purpose of that material. Because you got to understand the purpose. What did that material, that item, that artifact you found serve? What was it doing there? In the place in which you found it, or in which it was found, what was the main purpose that such an artifact served? And what were the minds of the people at the time they made it? Because you have to...
Because if you do, the Nahual will snap you up and eat you in one bite.
Mother, you're scaring me.
Good. You need to be scared. I want to keep you alive.
Yeah, I know what the creatures are talking about, but, yeah. They're, yeah, the mentality of the people, their culture. Not like ours, not like modern day. They had a time to live and prosper, and how they did that was what they believed and how they carried out their belief. Talks about how they lived.
I found your dice, Taki.
Oh, thank you.
Didn't you say Pisco stole your dice?
Everyone knows Pisco steals.
According to him, you wanted to play a game and you lost.
He wouldn't let me play again. Just one more roll and I would have won.
Kisko wanted you to know.
It's not the throw of the dice that wins the game. It's the skill of the player. Now that I have my dice back, I can practice more. Thanks again, Ishiki.
You're welcome. You are absolutely welcome, my friend. Okay. So, I have gained and found a lot of artifacts, a lot of items. Yeah, I know there's an area up here, but I couldn't get inside yet. So I'm not going to go over there just yet. So, well, I only have a couple more minutes left, so I can do the following. Venture into a tomb that's nearby, or get a good start on the main mission. I'm going to get a good start on the main mission. And then, after some progression in the next live stream, I'll make a, oh, I haven't explored this one yet. I'll pursue some of the tombs and the crypts that are around the areas that I've already passed.
It's difficult to make out. People settled between two rivers. They weren't alone. However, these outsiders don't appear dangerous. All full up. Can't carry anymore. This jade mask would have been placed on a noble's corpse during his funeral. The artisans were reputedly able to create an almost exact likeness of the wearer.
Huh. Isn't that something? Oh. It's very dark. I'm just gonna try to see if I can find a way to... Gotcha. Alright, I made it. And I'm here. Ha! Perfect route to go. Alright. Do I have anything else? Any skills? Anything to get? Ah! Before I get this jump started. All right. This will be perfect. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and since I'm already starting now, because I'm gonna be, time is just about up for a little bit. I'm gonna do a little intro here.
Where's my mother?
She's settling matters between the guards and her Khan.
What's it like outside Paititi?
Well, a lot of things. It's a very big world.
Bigger than Paititi?
Bigger than 100 Paititis.
What? Will you take me there?
I think your mother might have something to say about that.
Yep. She'd say nope.
What you're looking for is in there.
Can't go there.
How will I know when I found the right chamber?
By the smell of death. If you survive, you can find your way back through the old irrigation system. I'll meet you there. Be careful. The cult often patrols there.
All full up. Can't carry anymore. A ceremonial whistle used during human sacrifices. The sound emitted from the skull-shaped instrument has been compared to the tormented screams of the dying and the dead. Its shrill cry is said to clear a path to the underworld for the recently deceased. The death whistle has also been used as an instrument of war, its cry striking fear into the heart of the unknowing enemy.
All right. So the next fireplace I find will be the place that I'm going to stop. So right now I'm just going to give a brief little view of this little adventure I'm doing right now. And I'm going to end it.
This is a formidable weapon. Heavy wood lined with sharp obsidian teeth. It could easily stop an unarmored enemy. And if the bloodstains are any indication, it has.
Yep. Strong, powerful weapon indeed.
All right.
This is the little end teaser that I'm about to give.
Impossible. I can't carry anymore.
Thank you for the info, Lara. Whoops. Fell into the darkness. Hear that music pumping. Ooh, very scary music. Alright, time to do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I've been in that village for over 2 hours already, so so I'm already at this point. So but once I hit the next fireplace, I'm just gonna go ahead and stop.
All right. full up. Can't carry any more.
Yes. Found the fireplace. So before I go up there, let me
Impossible.
see
I
what's
can't
in
carry
these
anymore.
places, what's in here.
I don't have enough space for that.
Alright, found the stopping point. So, this is where I stop. Heading towards the Silver Eye, I am in the Hidden City. Which I think would be the best place to name the video is. Instead of on towards the Silver Eye, I'll just say the Hidden City of Paititi. Because that's what I've been through throughout this whole live stream. It's just been roaming the city, unlocking and finding a lot of hidden items and gems, talking, discussing about so many things, the political aspect of the city, the village, and so forth. But anyway, I'm going to cut it off from here, and just like I say, just thank you to Blast Shards once again for joining the live stream. Leave a like. Subscribe. Any further visitors who like to come by, I'll continue this live stream over the weekend. So y'all take care. Have a blessed day. See y'all later.